You know that feeling, right? The news lands. Ofsted are coming. And for so many, that first instinct is a mad dash for paperwork, a hunt for files and folders. But what if that last-minute scramble just wasn't necessary? In this guide, we're going to look at how we at Kent Business College can move past that panic and build real, lasting confidence in the work we're already doing every single day.
Look, that feeling is completely normal. The immediate question is always, okay, what do we need to show them? And our minds jump straight to policies, procedures, signed documents. But what if we've been looking at evidence all wrong? Because the strongest proof of our work isn't something we create in a rush. It's something we generate naturally, day in, day out.
And this right here is the heart of it all. It's a really crucial shift in thinking. Powerful evidence isn't some extra task on your to-do list. It's the natural byproduct of doing our jobs to the highest standard. It's the trace left behind when we support our apprentices effectively and, most importantly, when we keep them safe. It's all about our actions and the impact they have.
So let's unpack that mindset shift. Ofsted inspectors aren't coming to audit our filing cabinets. They're here to understand our culture. Specifically, they want to see if we have a living, breathing, safeguarding culture that genuinely protects apprentices in their day-to-day lives and really supports their learning.
A compliance culture is the foundation. And let's be clear, it's absolutely essential to have the right policies and procedures written down. That's the bedrock. But just having a policy for something doesn't prove it actually works, does it? It doesn't prove it makes a real difference to an apprentice's safety and well-being. Now, a safeguarding culture, that's something else entirely. It's active, it's alive. It's what our coaches do during those progress reviews, what our safeguarding leads record after a concern has been raised, and it's in how our teams talk about risk. This is the culture that inspectors can actually see and hear in conversations with us, and crucially, in conversations with our apprentices. Okay, to make this really concrete, let's just work through a realistic scenario. This isn't about inventing documents for an inspection, it's about seeing how strong, professional practice naturally leaves behind a trail of compelling evidence. So picture this, a 17-year-old engineering apprentice has become really withdrawn. Our coach picks up on this and also notices some minor unexplained injuries. Instead of brushing it off, the coach asks direct, supportive questions about their well-being. The apprentice then discloses that they're being pressured into unsafe tasks. That coach records the disclosure in detail that very same day. It's immediately escalated and protective actions are taken. So where's the evidence? Well, it's not some separate report. It's the detailed case notes, the communication logs, the action plan, all created in the moment as part of protecting that young person. So let's bring this into even sharper focus. The difference between just having a compliance mindset and having a genuine safeguarding culture becomes crystal clear when you look at the questions that are driving our actions. You see, a compliance mindset stops at the document. It asks, do we have a policy for that? And if the answer is yes, the job is done. But a safeguarding culture asks a much deeper, much more active question. How do we know our apprentices are safe right now in their workplaces? And that question, it forces us to look for real-world proof, not just paper assurance. And this is where you can really see the difference in our daily work. You know, poor practice might be asking a vague, "Any issues?" during a progress review. Good practice, though, embeds specific safeguarding questions into every single conversation and meticulously records the answers. It's the difference between our staff feeling empowered to act because they know leadership has their back versus a culture of fear where concerns get played down to avoid, upsetting an employer. One protects the apprentice, the other just protects the process. So when an inspector sits down with you for one of those professional conversations, they're testing this very culture. They want to hear how you think, how you act. Let's run through a couple of typical questions. This should help you feel ready to answer with confidence, drawing on the evidence of the work you do every day. This is a classic. And notice, they're not asking about your policies, they're asking about your assurance systems. How do you actively check and confirm that your apprentices are safe when they're out of your sight? A really strong answer is grounded in your process. It demonstrates a system. You talk about how our coaches ask specific safety questions in every single review, how we make a point to speak to apprentices privately during our visits, and that we track concerns by employer. Why? Because that shows we use data to spot patterns and act on them, a proactive approach, not a reactive one. Now with this one, the inspector is digging into your team's decision-making. They want to understand the rationale, the why behind your actions. Are your decisions consistent? Are they well documented? And are they based on clear thresholds? A powerful response here would, of course, reference our policy, but it would immediately move on to our practice, that we record the rationale for every single decision we make. It would also highlight our culture of review, how we actually check back to see if our actions worked for the apprentice. That shows we're not just logging concerns, we're actively managing them and learning from them. And all of this, really, it all boils down to one simple but incredibly powerful conclusion. True inspection readiness isn't some project we start a week before Ofsted are due. It's simply the result of making best practice our daily routine, here at Kent's Business College. And these are the hallmarks of that culture. When our progress reviews are also consistent safeguarding check-ins, when employers know exactly what we expect from day one, and when our staff feel genuinely empowered to act, that's when we are truly ready. Because everything we do is consistently focused on the apprentice's experience and their safety. And this is absolutely vital to remember. Inspectors are experienced. They are trained to spot the difference between a last-minute polish and what is truly typical. They'll triangulate what leaders say with what coaches do and what apprentices tell them they experience. Our typical has to be our best, because that is what they will find. So this is our final and most important takeaway. The evidence that will impress any inspection is already being created by you, every single day, through your professional diligence and your commitment to our apprentices. Our job isn't to create evidence. Our job is to run an excellent provision. The evidence will simply be the trace we leave behind. Thank you.